Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this lesson, we are going to talk about some special angles in trigonometry. So, which are they? The first one is going to be 30 degree. The other one is going to be 45. The other one will be 60. And the last one is going to be 90 degrees. I'm going to talk about those all four of them. So now my angles are given there: 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and I want to show you for 30 degrees first for all of them. So according to this triangle, sinus 30 degree is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. Remember from the formula, that will give you 1 over 2, and that's always like this. It doesn't matter what triangle you have. Sinus 30 degrees is going to be 1 over 3. All right, and the same thing for all the other one. They are going to be always, if it is 1 over 3, 1 over 3, and whatever they are, or this angle 30, 30, 30. So cosine 30 is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse. That will be square root 3 over 2. And tangent, what was the tangent? Remember, opposite over adjacent, which is going to be 1 over square root 3. 1 over square root 3. And this 1 over square root 3 is going to be square root 3 over 3. You should not leave the denominator as square root of anything. Multiply by square root 3 is going to be square root 3 over 3. So cotangent is going to be opposite way, adjacent over opposite, which is going to be square root 3 over 1, which is square root 3. See, when you see sinus 30, you will just write there 1 over 2. You don't need to use calculator even if you know those information. You can try even from your calculator. You will see it is going to give you values of this, and this all. Square root 3 over 2, square root 3 over 3, and square root 3. That was for the 30 degrees. All right, now let's talk about 60 degrees. So 60 is there. Sinus 60 is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, which is going to be square root 3 over 2. So cosine is going to be adjacent 1 over hypotenuse 2. So if you remember, sinus 30 was 1 over 2. So that means sinus 30 and cosine 60 are the same. So tangent 60 is going to be opposite square root 3 over adjacent 1, which is going to be square root 3. And for cotangent is going to be adjacent 1 over opposite, which is going to be square root 3. Remember, 1 over square root 3 will be square root 3 over 3. If you remember, this was tangent 30 and this one cotangent 30. So they are the same. Why? Because 30 plus 60 is going to be 90 degrees. If they're completing to each other to 90 degrees, they're going to be the same. Cotangent 60 and tangent 30. Alright, now let's talk about 45. So for 45 you can use this or this, doesn't matter, because they are going to be the same. So let me use this part, top one. Sinus 45 is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, which is going to be 1 over square root 2, and this one is going to be multiplied by square root 2, which is going to be square root 2 over 2. And cosine 45 is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is going to be 1 over square root 2, and that will give me square root 2 over 2. See, if you notice, this and this are the same, because 45 plus 45 is 90 degree. If they are 90 degrees, sinus and cosinus like that is going to be the same. Remember, in the previous triangle I showed you that 30 and 60, they are completing to each other as 90 degrees. If you notice, they were the same, cosinus and sinus. And for tangent and cotangent, the same thing too. So for tangent, opposite over adjacent, that's going to be 1 over 1, which is going to be 1. So the same thing for tangent, cotangent too. This was tangent, not cotangent, adjacent over opposite, that will be 1 over 1, and it's going to be 1 the same. See, same situation for this one too. 45 plus 45 is going to be 90 degrees.